Hello, greetings. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and colleagues, I am very pleased and honored to be given the opportunity to say a few words at this international symposium. My name is Dr Naaman, nickname Tony, and I am an emeritus professor at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor in the US. Now I am officially retired. I have been involved in ferrocement since more than 50 years. And while we gather to celebrate together the advancement and collaborative efforts in the field of ferrocement, I would like first to thank my long-term colleagues in the field from India, Professor Divikar, Professor Paramasivan, and Mr. Lele, and greetings as well to the organizer, the BNCA College, and the Council of Architects of India for inviting me to say these few words. Also, I would like to greet you on behalf of Professor Nassif, who is now president of our small International Ferrocement Society. Professor Nassif asked me to convey just two relevant pieces of information to you. First, the proceedings of the last two symposia on ferrocement, Ferrocement 13, which took place in Lyon, France in June 2021, and Ferrocement 14, which took place in New Jersey in the US in June 2024. These two proceedings are being printed and will be soon available to the public. And second, the preparation for Ferrocement 15, which will take place in Milan, Italy in 2027, is underway. So please keep that in mind and mark your calendar. Hopefully there will be more information on the web of the Society in the coming months. In the next few minutes, I would like to address briefly the small history and whereabouts of the International Ferrocement Society, now based in the US. You will be surprised to learn how it really started. During the course of the Third International Symposium on Ferrocement, which took place in New Delhi, India, in December 1988, a number of delegates expressed the need to create an independent organization to provide constant direction, guidance, and authentication for work carried out on ferrocement. The name suggested then was International Society on Ferrocement. It was further proposed that the new society be set under the guidance of the then existing International Ferrocement Information Center, which was located at the Asian Institute of Technology in Bangkok, with Professor Ricardo Palma as president. At that time, the center was headed by Dr. Lilia Austriaco, and both Dr. Austriaco and Professor Palma were very well involved in research on ferrocement. The idea to create a society was again discussed during the Fourth International Symposium on Ferrocement, which took place in Havana, Cuba in October 1991. Some of us, including myself, doubted the need to create a new society, given that we already had an American Concrete Institute and RILEM committees on ferrocement. However, we were all in agreement that we were in a dire need for a design and construction code on ferrocement, and a new dedicated society will provide the fastest and most effective means to achieve that. The decision to create the International Ferrocement Society, short IFS, was thus taken in 1991 with Professor Ricardo Palma as first president. IFS was then officially registered in 1993 as an entity within the Asian Institute of Technology in Bangkok, in Thailand. The first ferrocement model code was then published by the Society in January 2001. Now a sad story. IFS was housed at the AIT Library in Bangkok and given 2 dedicated rooms to store a collection of documents comprising practically anything published on the subject worldwide, starting in the 1940s. They included unique boat building reports and structures from New Zealand, Canada, the UK, Southeast Asia, and numerous other self-help projects worldwide. However, by 2006, due to severe budget constraint, the AIT administration took back the space housing IFS. About 8 tons of hard copy document, journals, reports, theses, photos, digital file, and videos were then moved and stored in boxes or files in the basement of the structural concrete laboratory at AIT. IFS continued to operate, all but with limited reach. The Journal of Ferrocement and the International Ferrocement Information Center were discontinued, but with the help of dedicated members, the organization of a continuous series of international symposia on ferrocement, namely since then Ferrocement 8 to 14, was maintained. Unfortunately, a great flood hit Bangkok in 2011, lasting about 175 days from July 25, 2011 to January 16, 2022. The Great Flood was considered one of the most devastating in Thailand's history, resulting in immense damage region-wide. The entire collection of the IFS document was soaked in water for a long period of time and totally lost beyond recovery. This prompted the action taken by a group of dedicated IFS members to create, to any extent possible, a repository of document on ferrocement. They assembled and sent hard copies they owned of journals, papers, reports, symposia proceeding, theses, and any other ferrocement document in their possession to Dr. Paul Nedwell at the University of Manchester in the United Kingdom for digitizing. This effort is still ongoing at time of this writing. In 2017, the headquarters of the International Ferrocement Societies were moved to the US, where IFS is officially registered as a non-profit organization. Its website, from which many free and nominally priced documents can be downloaded, provide additional information. Due to the time period between 2006 the time period between 2006 and 2025, IFS co-organized 6 international symposia on ferrocement. Significant challenges lies lie continuously ahead. I remind you that the International Ferrocement Society is a learned non-profit organization dedicated to the whole spectrum of knowledge on ferrocement. In its mission, IFS strived to be a repository for all existing information on ferrocement and making it easily accessible to the public. IFS is working for the benefit of all, including the public at large, with particular attention to the less fortunate portion of that public. At the moment, indeed, self-help construction for low-cost ferrocement housing and small agricultural structures, such as water tank and storage silos, is one of its critical focus areas. An ongoing effort to create example of ferrocement element that do not need costly steps in analysis, design, construction permit, inspection is underway. It's leading to what I call full volume ferrocement, in which we trade off the above costly step, that is analysis, design, construction permit and inspection, with a slightly more expensive ferrocement reinforcement. The society's survival and continuous existence is a direct result of an expression of deep faith, enthusiasm, and commitment by a combination of researchers, academics, amateur builders, and businesses who believe in the undeniable benefits of ferrocement. Please continue your work on ferrocement and join us by your efforts to improve this technology, and please accept my warmest wishes for an informative and productive convention. Thank you for your attention.